Dear friends, the machine I'm going to do in this video would be playing one. The link will be added into the description section below so that you can download and play the machine if you want. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated. So enough talk, let's just get started. We can switch into the Linux VM. The first would be to discover the IP address of the target. The utility I'd like to use is NetDiscover. As you can see over here, the IP address of the target could be recognized as 150 line. So then we can do the port and service scanning with the Nmap. To save time, I've already completed before. So for now, we just get out the result. As you can see over here, I use the options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, followed by the -P- to do the full range port scan. The last option for all is ON to output the result into this file. So from the map scanning, we can tell that the target has only one open port, 80, which is running HTTP service and also the version information, Apache 2. So what we are going to do next, we need to do the enumeration, both manually and automatically with HTTP service. So then let's fire up our browser to do the manual enumeration first. Maybe I can clear the history first, and then we can go on. The IP address of the target. Press enter. So this is the default Apache 2 page. And we can scroll down, nothing there. And also we can check its source code and make sure we need to scroll down to the bottom. Nothing interesting we can get from the source code. Next, we can check whether this site has a robot file or not. No. Next, we can use Nicto to do the automatic enumeration. I always use the Nicto to be, first to do the automatic enumeration. If you have already followed my channel, you know this very well, right? As you can see, the images directly had been found, and we can take a look at by the browser. So forbidden, which is fine. So next would be a domain directory. So I think this is the Mantis bug tracker CMS or content management system, and we can, before we do the authentication bypass, we need to check its source code, and we can scroll down. We cannot find any interesting information, and we can try to use a domain as username and also a domain as password to log in. Sometimes the weak credential vulnerability exists on some machines, but in this case, nothing like that. And next, we can try to the login bypass technique. Any password login. So nothing we can get. Next, we can use the GoBuster to do the directory enumeration. The word list, GoBuster directory, and extension option. Of course, the GoBuster can immediately discover many directories and files like login, library, and of course, most of them will be redirect to the login page. So nothing special, right? So I'd like to interrupt it here. So what can we do next? So far we have already know the the type of CMS, which is Mentes. As you can see over here, Mentes. This is a very famous bug tracker application. So we can use the utility such as Sprite to see whether we can find the vulnerabilities for this CMS. It does have several, the vulnerabilities. And for example, some like SQL injection. Of course, at this moment, we didn't get its version number. However, at the bottom, you can see over here, this is remote code execution. Even this vulnerability is unauthenticated. So this sounds good, right? Sounds wonderful, because we do not need to have the credential to utilize this vulnerability or exploit this vulnerability. So I think it deserves our efforts to try. And so how to try? We can use the M option to clone or copy this exploit. And this is a Python. We can use the Vim and open up this exploit. This Python. I've already made so many Python course or videos in my channel. So if you're interested in this part, you can check it out by yourself. So some description and the exploit. Of course, as you can see over here, some information is hard-coded, which is not good practice of programming. It means that we need to change or modify the victim IP address. So we can change it to, okay, and port number is okay, and the Kali Linux IP address is this one, and also we need to change the port number or the listener port number. I always choose the 555 as my port number to be listened on. And what else? So maybe this is the location of the mantis. In this case, not this one, just root directory, right? So I think in order to utilize the exploit, we need to understand the Python. As you know, Python is a great programming language. As pen tester, you need to grasp this technique very much. Okay, so now we can write and quit. So now we can use Python and launch our attack. As you can see, this this should be the Python 2, not Python 3, which doesn't matter. Kali Linux has Python 2 installed. Okay, sorry, we need to set up the listener first. Okay, on the Kali Linux. Yeah, the listener has started up, no problem. And then we can press enter, triggering reverse shell. The deleting, it looks like it's working perfectly. Okay, as you can see, we got the collection from the target, and we want to spawn more stable shell by Python. Import pty module pty spawn method. Okay, so next we need to do some local enumeration. Yeah, there's 4 normal users. Go to developer, permission denied, go to elevate, go to Mantis, go to project main, permission denied. Next, we can go to the OPT, nothing there. Go to the var, go to backups directory, go to the www directory, and go to the Bugzilla. So many files. And so maybe now it would be wiser to upload the NumPy shell script to do the automatic enumeration for us. This would be more effective, right? So we can open up a new tab, and I've already got this script ready. So now we need to upload this file onto the target, which would be very straightforward and easy. We just set up the web server on the Kali Linux, and then we can go back to the text shell we can use. So we need to check wget is there, and then we can upload this script to the target, the name pairs. And we need to make it executable, and then we can execute this shell script. You know, when we try to make lateral movement or privilege escalation, in most cases, we need to utilize the power of the linear shell script. You know, this one can help us to enumerate the machine automatically and effectively. For example, like as you can see over here, the SUID, binary information, capabilities information, and even can enumerate out some files, especially those files which possibly contain the credentials. As you can see over here, it's done. And now we need to scroll back, searching passwords inside the logs, and searching password credentials in home, not no, and config. As you can see, we got searching password in config PHP file. So maybe we can, you know, copy the absolute path of this configuration file and paste in my notebook. And we need to scroll up. Cron job information, SUID, binary information. The username. Cron job information. Process information. Also some local exploits, which are not I'm looking for at this moment. Okay, so maybe we need to cut out this file. And usually this file contains credential for the database collection. It does. So we can get the username and the password for the database. So we can use MySQL, client 2, and the username, and we can copy the password. Okay, and maybe we can also note down such information onto our notebook, and then we can show databases. And we are looking for, I think we need to take a look at this database, Mantis, and then we can show tables. And I think I'd like to go inside this table, so we can select from, we can copy the table name. I'm a bit lazy. And we got some administrator and also the encrypted password. So I think because administrator, and in this case, is not so useful for us. Because we have already, you know, logged in. Oh, we do not need to. Maybe I can copy as well. We can copy and paste in here. And the next one is this one. And then I think we can use the crack station or use the John the Ripper to crack. But the crack station can do this job. So we need to, I think, I need to refresh this page. And I'm not robot, of course, crack hashes. So I think we can get the result and paste in my notebook. And next, I think I can exit or quit from MySQL. And we can try to use the password for different users. Of course, at this moment, I don't know which user use this password. We can switch user to developer, and we can copy the password and can paste in here. It does work. And then we can, we got the note, so we can get out this note. So you're a dev. We are switching to Bugzilla because Mantis is too vulnerable. I've made a mess in this directory. Can you clean up? Sorry, I was testing different application to see what I liked. So also we can try to, to see whether the current user developer can run sudo. It can't. And, I've made a mess. So maybe I need to find some other password under this directory. So how to do? We can use the grep and the recursive mode and the password, and then okay, a lot of output. Maybe library. Usually library doesn't contain credentials information, so we can use the same command, the grep and the var, and we want to grep filter out library. Okay, and we can scroll up to see whether we can find something interesting like other credentials, because we just follow the hints left by the author. Maybe also we can grep out the doc, because the doc directory certainly doesn't contain the credentials. Also len, but I think we have already narrowed down the output. Oh, so many len. Maybe I can grep out the len. So lost. API. Bugzilla. I think Bugzilla is not the right place. Should be somewhere else. The readme. So the hashed password. So the hashed password. So maybe we need to take a look at this directory, right? Readme. So many passwords. The config locals. Maybe we need to take a look at the config directory, because config directory must have some credentials, right? Also the database. Okay, the database. Maybe I can, we can go into this directory. And here, there is database, Yum. This is nowadays is also very popular format. So the production, yeah, we got the username and password. So maybe this should be the password for the project main. And we can, now I think we can switch our shell to project main. It does work. And here SSH, of course, no, because the SSH service is not open or running on the target. Also, there is part 1. We can cut out this. So this should be the encrypted data. And also we need to check whether this current user can run sudo. It can. But I don't think we can utilize this copy because this is should follow by these 2 files. All right. Maybe I need to crack this data first. So we got another. Maybe this is another password, right? So now we can switch to another user. For example, the elevator. I'm not sure. Elevate. And we can put in here. It does work. Wonderful. And then we can cut out the path again. So this should be another encoded data. But not found, which is acceptable. And then we can check the sudo to see whether the current user is a member of a sudo. Oh, sorry, I need to. So the password should be this one. This is my bad. Even so, user elevate. This user may run the following commands on praying. The dd command. If you don't know how to use this command, dd command is also very basic Linux command, right? Can write the data even at the very low level, the 001 at this level to write. And so I think we can utilize this command to, for example, here. So because this DD has sudo privilege, and then we can write the user, and this user should have the root privilege. Okay, and so let me show you how to do. We can cut out the password file. I think I've already demonstrated the similar technique. Maybe we can copy and password, paste in here. Oh, yes. And we want to copy this line. Okay, but we need to change the username, for example, like JSON. And next we need to create the password, and we can use the command sudo, and we can use any sort, for example, like JSON as well. And then we can copy this encrypted password to replace the X. Okay, so now we can, I think it's all right. We now we can write and quit. Next, we can upload this file to the temp directory. We can use wget password file. Okay, so next we can, we can cut out this file and tunnel to sudo, and we want to write or rewrite the password file. Okay, press enter, no problem. And now we can cut out the content. As you can see, this line has been appended. So now we can switch our shell to new user. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we have already elevated our privilege to root user. Then we can cut out the root flag without any problem. So I think in this video, I have already demonstrated a variety of techniques. For example, how to, make direct enumeration, and then with the negative or go buster, and then we can know the type of CMS, which is Mantis. Then we can use utilities such as exploit to find the related, the vulnerability or exploit. Of course, for this exploit code, which is in Python, we need to understand what the code is doing, because it's necessary to modify some part of the code in order to work properly. Okay, then we need to make some local enumeration. For example, get the credentials for the MySQL database collection, and then we can use Credential to decrypt the passwords. Then we can make lateral movement. Ultimately, we can utilize the DD binary to write new line of the the username in accompanied with its passwords. Okay, so by this way we can elevate our privilege successfully. So that's all I'd like to cover in this video. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a good day, please.